Hi, everybody. I'm Tim Hockett. Today, we're going to talk about learning to think for yourself. America's deeply divided, but in my view, not so much because folks honestly disagree with the issues, but because too many people just take the word of their favorite politician as the truth rather than spend the time to educate themselves and make up their own minds. When we take the position of our party without even thinking it through or learning the implications, we truly become like sheep. When I was a little boy, I used to spend time with my uncle, who was a sheep herder out in the Mojave Desert. It was pretty rough and tumble. He truly led sheep all over in a boundless area. I still have fond memories. On one visit, he said, "You want to see something fun?" My little sister and I, were excited, of course, and he was leading several hundred sheep into a fenced area, and he put his shepherd's crook, it's a long pole, across the front of the sheep corral, and the sheep began to jump over it. A few seconds later, he took the pole away, but the crowded sheep, as they reached where the pole had been, still jumped up. Why? Because all the other ones before them had jumped there. It was fun to see that, and I remember it to this day. Well, sometimes we just say we believe things, ideas, concepts that we don't really weigh or give any real thought to. Well, in all education, instructors want to accomplish two things. One, to teach the curriculum material, those specifics of reading and writing and arithmetic or history or science or literature. But also, two, we want to teach students how to think. And that involves not just listening to lectures, but it involves asking questions. And when we learn to ask and to look up things and learn to verify the sources, that's research. And we use what's called critical thinking. We need to be critical in our thinking now more than ever. There are fancy definitions, but really it's just learning to think for yourself. When you do that, you build a solid foundation for your opinions. So let's do a thought experiment. Let's say I say that Canada is just a terrible place. It's dirty, filled with mean people, and they suffer under a horrible set of rules. And oh, by the way, they drive on the wrong side of the road. What would your reaction be? You could say, well, I trust you, so yes, Canada is a bad place. It's a terrible place. Or you could look up all kinds of stuff online about Canada. Another approach would be that you talk to a Canadian or talk to someone who's lived in Canada to get their perspective. If you really want to get to the bottom of things, though, you'd actually go visit Canada, right? You'd see for yourself. You'd immediately see that they drive on the same side of the road as we do. I mean, their speed signs are in kilometers per hour, not miles per hour. You'd find nice people. In fact, they're really polite. They certainly wouldn't seem oppressed. Canada's not dirty. They do like to put gravy on their French fries, but hey, I kind of think that's good. It's a nice place. We could do another experiment to bring things a bit closer to home, make it more pertinent. If you were to hear that Americans pay more taxes now than ever before, well, how would you verify that claim? Because after all, everybody hates taxes, and just that thought makes me mad. Hopefully, you'd do some research. You'd find that at one time in America, we didn't have but a handful of billionaires because the highest tax rate, that is taxes on dollars that are earned way above many hundreds of thousands of dollars, the tax rate used to be 90%, the highest tax rate. That's back when I was a little kid. It was actually that way until I was born. That's what I understand. The highest tax bracket now in America is 37% for money earned of above about $700,000. I bring this up because some politicians make rather dramatic or even false claims to try to make us angry and win us over. For example, they may say, "Aren't you feeling the economic pinch?" We say, "Yes." And they say, "Well, it's because your taxes are too high." And you keep nodding. The reality might be that there are many other factors causing us to hurt financially, like the cost of medical care, or the cost of education, or tax subsidies or giveaways for large companies, or for super wealthy individuals who take advantage of loopholes in the tax code and pay no taxes at all. And so the cost of things that get paid for taxes get unequally spread. Of course, I have my opinions, but I'm less concerned about you accepting my point of view than for you thinking for yourselves. I'm urging you to research, look it up. If you find a new reputable source that you like, that's great. Well, then you have solid basis to form an opinion. Don't let political leaders divide us by making outlandish claims, expecting that we'll just jump like those sheep. Be critical thinkers. Think for yourself. It'll make you stronger. It'll make you smarter. It'll make our nation stronger. Think it over. Thanks for watching. I'm Tim Hockett. Hey, before you go, I want you to know that I'm just trying to do my part to help us overcome crippling division in America. You can really help by subscribing, by watching these videos, and by sharing them with others. Hope you have a great day.